Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports, and I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama baseball team, Gaspard. Coach, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Coach, you had a pretty good start to the weekend. You hosted VMI here this weekend. You got off to a 3-0 start by sweeping the Keydets. Can you kind of talk about the weekend? You've had a chance to maybe look over the games now. What were your overall thoughts of the series against them?
Well, I think the biggest thing going into the weekend was just we wanted to see how we were going to play and, what our mentality was going to be. And, with as many young guys as we had and just a different mix on this team, we were obviously really pleased with the outcome of the 3 games, but I thought the way we played, showing the competitive fire and a lot of poise, composure was big. And obviously we had a lot of guys step up and have really good weekends, but I thought from the team concept, there was a lot of positives to take out of this weekend.
As you said, there were several guys that stepped up for you and had big performances. Kerry Baxter had a freshman in Mikey White, and then a senior in Brett Booth who had to fill in back there behind the plate, and he did a great job this weekend, didn't he?
He did. I mean, Brett obviously performed really well in all 3 games, but I think the intangibles that Brett brings to the table, obviously a guy that's been a 4-year starter for us, he really did some things behind the scenes in the dugout and before games, really kind of preparing those young guys for what was going to happen. And then he went out on the field and he performed in clutch situations. And he's that calming force that we need, and he played like a senior should play in those situations, and really has set himself up, I think, this year to have a really nice year for us.
And Coach, talking about freshman Mikey White, did you expect that out of him this week? I know you've seen it in practice, but it's a difference. There's a big difference in practice and game time, and he went out and showed what he could do in the game, didn't he?
He really did, and obviously Mikey's a really talented player, and I think with a lot of our freshmen, the next step for them was to do it in the ball game, and obviously Mikey comes out and has a tremendous Friday night and gets off to a great start, but played very steady, very consistent all weekend. Obviously had a good weekend offensively, but I thought defensively made some key plays, as did a lot of our players out there, and particularly, as we said, those freshmen, they played very calm and very loose and really attacked the game all weekend.
Coach, another bright spot for the team was your bullpen. They threw 15 innings this weekend, only allowed 2 runs. Can you kind of talk about that? And did you expect, the bullpen to have to pitch that much, but when they did, that they could be that effective?
Well, we felt going into the weekend, we pitched really well, leading into the weekend. And, we had 3 starts that I think is just going to get better as we move through the season. But the bullpen itself, both Friday and Saturday, with Ray Castillo and Keaton Hack, I thought they were key pieces in those 2 wins on Friday and Saturday. And then I thought Justin Camplain and Tucker Hawley on Sunday did a really nice job for us. So the bullpen overall was just what you want. They were able to come in, throw strikes, really keep the game where it was at, and allow our offense to come back in those critical situations.
Well, Coach, on Tuesday night you host nationally ranked Southern Miss. What do you expect to see out of the Golden Eagles when they come here to Tuscaloosa?
Well, Southern Miss is a really good ball club. We play them every year, and it's always really competitive games. And but they're a team, was similar to probably where we're at now. Last year, they had a very high recruiting class last year, and obviously they swept Missouri over the weekend and coming in, riding high. So it's going to be a challenging game for us. Should be very competitive, and I know our guys are looking forward to taking that next step on Tuesday.
And that game against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles is on Tuesday night at 6:05 here in Tuscaloosa. But if you can't be here, you can watch the game live on Tide TV if you're a subscriber of Tide TV at RollTide.com. And then later on in the week, Coach, will preview the Florida Atlantic Series as you head down there.
Sure. It's a big week for us. Obviously, it's a nationally ranked team on Tuesday, and Florida Atlantic, who's picked to win the Sun Belt Conference that came to us last year to open the season. And it'll be the first time to take this team on the road, which is always, what you want to see is keeping those guys together throughout the week, and always an adjustment there to get on the road and keeping these guys just in your preparation.
All right, and we'll have that preview of Florida Atlantic later in the week. But for now, for head coach Gaspard, I'm Chris Fringland for Tide TV.